Mm-hmm. Hello, everybody. Good morning to you from a cold winter day in Brazil, and it's nice to be here. We have some members with us. Others are busy, but we are here. Today, we're going to talk about movies or films. You guys know the difference between movies and films?
I can't remember, but
Movie
I
movies
remember you
are
mentioned.
movies are four and films are four. So today, I'm not going to say now. I'm gonna give you some time to think. We're going to start with Bilal because Bilal is going to talk about a very special movie, not even for him, but also to me. So we are discussing about movies or films. So, Bilal, which is the movie that you're talking about now?
Okay, firstly, how are you guys? Good afternoon here in
Good to
Jordan,
see you.
and I'm very sad about Dev's uncle.
Hmm.
I really appreciate him, and thank you for coming, Dev, and come back for the podcast. So
Hmm.
I think the difference between film and movie, I think
Hmm.
film for British, yeah, maybe, and movie for American. That's number
I
one.
don't
Okay,
know.
I
I
will
don't
skip.
know.
I will skip this question.
I'm
Uh,
gonna tell that at the end of the podcast. Or,
okay, I will. I am waiting for
yeah.
that.
Okay.
So you that's a good that's a very good question. What
Hmm.
is the favorite my movie? Maybe
Hmm.
I am very confusing now
Yeah.
because there is a lot of movies. You know that.
Gazi,
Say,
we can see you. Could you come and put your. Yeah, now we
ah,
can. Thank you so much. His
finally, he's
hair
come.
always flawless.
Undertaker is come back.
Yeah.
Welcome, Undertaker.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, a movie is for entertainment, like comedies, like a series like Die Hard 1, 2, and 3. These are for entertainment. And films are also for entertainment, but they have a more serious storyline, you know? So, so when you the movie you are talking about is about um, a film. It's not a movie. You're going to talk about a film, not a movie. So what is the movie you're talking about, or what about the film you're talking about? As I said, Bilal.
Okay, there is a lot of movies and films. I will
Yeah.
pick number one. I will go with the Shawshank Redemption. I hope
Mm.
to say
So
that
it's a
right.
film. So Bilal likes films because films they have a stronger attention to details. The lines are more serious. You have to think much more to understand. Films have more artistic um, demands than movies. Movies are more for entertainment. You know, I
Yes.
love to watch films, so this one is a film, and the other one you're gonna talk about is a film as well. So
Yes,
go ahead.
maybe the second one I will go with the Castaway.
Mm-hmm.
The second,
Castaway, that's good.
you know the yes, I love this film. I love this movie. And
Mm-hmm.
the third one, maybe my list is very too long.
Only one is enough because you have
Really?
to talk about them. Like if you want to talk about Castaway, I think. Do you guys know? Do
Castaway?
you
Yeah.
guys know about Castaway? Wilson,
Oh,
where are you?
are you
I'm
watching
Remember,
movies,
okay.
guys?
Okay.
instead of saying Bilal, where are you? They say
Yeah.
Wilson, where are you?
Yes.
So talk about Castaway, Bilal,
Okay,
please.
okay. Castaway. The champion of this Castaway, the hero is Tom Hanks. You know that. This is one
Mhm.
of the best actors from around the world. Maybe
Mhm.
for me. So it's he was his job. It will be the story it's about. man. He worked in the airplane. Yes, I think airplane, and
Mhm.
he want to go to the small trip across of I think
Mhm.
one of the oceans around the world. I don't remember that now. So
Mhm.
when he go to buy a plane cross on the ocean, he fall on the ocean
Mhm.
at the night, and he living alone
Mhm.
al- for all of the movie, and uh, he tried to make something to help to see the people help him.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yes, like he was on the beach, and he painting a help board to anything else. And
Mhm.
the second one, he was going to make a fire. Yeah,
Mhm.
make a huge fire
Mhm.
to anybody see him and helping him, but unfortunately there is nobody. At the end, yes, there is someone help him, but when you see the
Mhm.
trying, and when he
Mhm.
do something, and uh, how can I say that? He's doing a lot of things to gain the help
Mhm.
around the world, and because he was living alone, it's very maybe romantic and very sad moment.
Yeah.
But I will say something about this film.
Mhm.
He was trying to make a fire. You know, guys,
Mhm.
he put the stone,
Yeah.
and there's a stone, and he want
Mhm.
to make this
Mhm.
to make a fire,
Mhm.
because there's no how can lighter. Yes, can I say lighter? Because there's no lighter.
Lighter. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lighter. Okay. After at the end of the movie, he go to the
Mhm.
home, and when he see the lighter on the
Mhm.
kitchen,
Mhm.
he look at the edge,
Mhm.
and he memorized a lot
Mhm.
of things when he want to make a trying. How can you
Mhm.
make a fire and there is no lighter? But now, yeah,
Yeah.
he found the lighter, and yes, there is one of the movies one of the most favorite movie on my heart,
Yeah.
and one of the most one of the most favorite actor
Mhm.
in my heart. Yeah.
That's great. Well, let me put my 2 cents in, if you allow me.
Yeah, sure.
He was a big entrepreneur, and he didn't have time for family, and he needs to travel on business, and the flight
Yes.
falls in the ocean, and he's the only survivor, and he's um, on a deserted island, and he has to do everything by himself. So he doesn't know how to cook. He has to learn how to cook. He doesn't know how to whatever. He has
Swim.
to open a coconut, or to break a coconut, and he can't. So he has to learn. And then he feels alone because, of course, the rescue team is still searching, but they can find him. And after some time, they do, but he feels so alone that I don't remember what that was. What fruit was that he created? It's a ball, right? I think that's a ball because
Yeah.
there's a lot of mail package uh
Yes.
in the plane as well, and he gets one of them, and one of them is a ball that
Yes. Ball.
somebody else was sending to, I don't know, and he draws a face, and he calls that ball Wilson, and
Yes.
everything that he needs to share he shares with Wilson, because it's desperating to see somebody that you want to talk to, and you have nobody to share anything. And after, I think, 2 years, the rescue team, or the rescue uh, crew, finds him, and he comes back. And when he comes back, his wife uh, thinks that he passed away, and after 2 years she has another person in her life, and then he finds himself alone after 2 years, and he has to adjust into a new life. That's the movie. The movie is amazing. It's more than 2 hours and a half away into the movie, but if you have the chance to watch it, it's really good.
Yes.
And what about you? Who wants to go first, Ghazi or Dev? Dev, you go because Ghazi needs time to think. I know. And Dev, you go. Which movie are you talking about?
I would like to mention two movies. One is Indian and the other one is English.
Mm-hmm.
In India, we
Go.
have a movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I would
Yeah,
like to ask
you
you
go
to go
first.
with the Indian move first because it's
Yeah,
great, to know.
in
Mm.
India, we have a movie called Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. It
Mm-hmm.
means life is not given twice. And
Mm-hmm.
the reason I like that movie because it has a very inspiring storyline. I
Mm-hmm.
wonder if Ghazi have seen it or not. Have you seen it?
Ghazi, have you seen this movie?
Guys, we can't hear you.
Ghazi, you might
You're
you might be muted, Ghazi.
لا, he's unmute, but I can. We can't. We could. Yeah, we can't hear you. I don't know. I don't know why.
We can't hear him.
Yeah.
Guy, say something.
We cannot hear you, Mr.
Yeah.
Ghazi.
Guy.
Yes. Yes, I'm here.
Okay, we can
Yeah.
hear Guy, but we can hear Ghazi. Okay, go on. When
Okay.
Ghazi comes
Yeah,
back,
let me continue.
okay.
The movie offers a very, compelling narrative about
Mm-hmm.
friendship, self-discovery, and about living life to the fullest. The
Mm-hmm.
character development in the movie undergoes significant growth of the uh,
Mm-hmm.
three friends in the movie.
Yeah.
And the movie was shot in Spain, and it shows the uh, cinematic views of the Spain. And
Mm-hmm.
the film was, like it has a balance of humor with serious theme,
Mm-hmm.
which makes it enjoyable for people of every age group. And I also suggest you to watch that movie because
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a movie that needs to be watched by everyone.
Mm-hmm.
It has a line which I really like, and the
Mm-hmm.
line is like, "The only time a man should be in the box is when he is dead." And I like that line very much.
That's really good. That's really good.
Yeah.
That's really,
And
really good. Mm-hmm.
the other movie, the English movie I would like to mention is Titanic. You
Mm,
already have watched that movie, I
of
know.
course.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's a very vast movie, and I like because of its cinematic experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
But
the songs.
what's your favorite moment from Titanic? Share with us.
I think the favorite moment is when Rose
Mm,
saves Jack when he was stuck in a room. When the guard locks him in the room and she came to save him.
mm-hmm.
She
I
she broke the
always
chain with a
I
hammer.
always
And
hope that Jack can survive, but I
For
never
me,
survive.
the
in India,
engrossing. Uh, Go ahead.
there's a line about Titanic. It's like
Yeah,
Rose wanted to die, but she lived for Jack, and Jack
yeah,
wanted to live, but he died for Rose.
yeah. For me, something that really touches me when watching Titanic, because when it came out, I think everybody watched it thousands and thousands of times. For me, is the time when, as Guy says, when his lungs are already starting to freeze, and she wants to know if he's okay, and he says, "No, I'm fine." And tomorrow, when we are on mainland, I think that's what he says, because I want to remember the line. I would like to write a very strong reprimand letter to the commander not to leave us that way. And he knew that he was dying, but he said that he would survive because we could see that ice was coming out of his nose already. I don't know if you guys remember this, but it
Mhm.
was really shocking to me, when I remember that scene, and it's really beautiful. And the size of the door that Rose was on, um, he could be there as well if they wanted, because it was a large door, so
Hmm.
he could be there. There was a place for two, but they only kept a place for one. So, but it was beautiful anyway. So I agree. I really like it. I agree. Hello, Mega. How are you? So, Ghazi has internet connection problems. So, Guy, I think you can go now.
Yes.
What's your favorite movie?
Okay. I choose. I really like. I really like drama. You know,
Mhm.
and today I choose the Man of Honor. Man of Honor.
Mhm.
It's for me. It's a great movie because it's a history about the first black man in American Navy,
Mhm.
and he and his family is really poor. They needs to
Mhm.
grow the
Mhm.
something to survive, and then
Mhm.
he had a dream that is to be a member of the Navy, American Navy. So
Mhm.
he he fights a lot to get it, and
Mhm.
he how can I say that um,
Mhm.
well, he wants to fight against the white men
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
there are a lot of preconceived.
Prejudice. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, so there are a lot of this, and it's really really good, a good history for to see,
Mhm.
and can
You can.
makes
Yeah.
makes you think a lot about the
Mhm.
life, so
Mhm.
it's a great move, Man of
Mhm.
Honor.
Yeah, I agree. Um, Bilal, when you need to leave, let me know, because you told you needed to leave. Anytime you need to leave, let me know. All right?
Okay, I will leave after live, no problem. Because I
Okay.
I want to
Okay.
hear you, sir. I want to hear you,
Okay.
all you guys.
I would like to talk about. I'm a great fan of Tom Hanks as well, and there's a movie that he did early 1990 called Philadelphia. It was when he won his first Oscar. He the plot of the movie, the main topic in the movie, is the AIDS epidemic, and he lost like 20 kilos or 30 kilos. I don't know that in pounds. I'm sorry, but to 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 be the person he needed to play, the role that he needed to play. It's a wonderful movie. It's so sensitive and sensible. And I remember that when I watched the movie, it was 1994. It was the earliest years of the AIDS epidemic, at least for us in Brazil, that everybody was getting information, and you don't know how it would be. How it would be into the future, and it's a 2-hour movie, and he is like fired from his job because of the disease. So it also talks about prejudice. It's called Philadelphia. So if you it's a very beautiful and touching movie. I know there are subjects that people might not like, but it's a very touching movie in the scope of the story. And it was the first time that he won the Oscar. Tom Hanks was the only actor in history, apart from another one in 1936, who won two Oscars 2 years in a row. He won an Oscar for Philadelphia, and then he got another one
Forrest Gump.
for Forrest Gump. Yeah,
Yeah.
Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump for me is the movie of my life, because the beginning of the movie, when he starts walking with braces in his legs, it was for me it was the same thing. Like those heavy braces on his legs, and he was walking his mother was helping him, assisting him, and um, when he says life is like a box of chocolate, you never know what you're gonna get. So for me, that's amazing. So These two movies, Philadelphia is a movie that pushes the envelope. If you don't know this expression, there are people who like it and there are people who don't like it. But I get the main idea of the movie and I understand because I was really aware when the AIDS pandemic got the country. Now it's a lot better, but this movie was and is still a classic and very touching. But for me, even Castaway, I think Forrest Gump, Philadelphia, and Castaway they are amazing. You know, and I really do love these movies. If you have the chance to watch so I really like films. So you know,
You know, we
I am a movie buff. A movie buff is a person who likes movies a lot. You know, and Forrest Gump for me touches me dearly, and
you know what
also Philadelphia. Hmm.
we have an Indian version of the Forest Gump,
Yeah.
and it's really amazing. I like
Hmm.
that.
I remember. I remember. I remember. And I like because when he sits on the bench and he keeps hearing to random people's stories, that's something that I like to do. I like to meet people like I met Bilal, I met you, Dev, I met Guy, and I didn't know the story of any of you, and I was learning about your story bit by bit, and that's what he does when he sits on the bench and people, oh, and then he runs the whole world and then he gets and he's worried about his shoes and also it's amazing the two movies. Philadelphia, I know that Philadelphia is a little bit more intense in terms of liking or not liking the movie, but it's a really good movie after all, both of them. I really appreciate Tom Hanks. And the last, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I know that Bilal is a fan. I think that the last movie that Tom Hanks was on was um,
Forrest Gump.
Elvis, I guess, right? Where he plays the manager of Elvis Presley in the movie. So the movie is called Elvis, and he is completely different. He's irrecognizable because he gained a lot of weight. It's impressive. You know, he makes the Colonel Parker is his name in the movie. So it's really great. Well, guys, do you have anything else you would like to add to this conversation? Because we're gonna do it a little bit shorter because I know that Bilal needs to leave and it's really cold for me. It's really cold for Guy, and
Uh,
we can talk
is it
next
raining?
week.
Is it raining in Brazil?
It rained yesterday a little bit, but
Okay.
today it's not raining. But the temperature is very low for us because we don't have heaters,
Okay.
and we have to be under blankets or with heavy clothes. So I know that you're going to
Temperature here
have.
is very hot.
Sorry, come again.
The temperature here is very hot. It's like
Yeah.
42 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, like
Let me
Jordan.
tell you.
Like
Let me
Jordan, yeah.
tell you. Let me tell you now.
Is it very hot
I'm gonna
here?
tell mine and Git tell his. All right. Mine is 22 now. Inside 22.
The same for
22.
me.
But it feels like it's like 18 or 17. Okay.
Mine is 42 in the inside.
Yeah. So it's the feels like is the worst. Say it again, Gi. What is your temperature now?
The same for me. It's the same temperature.
20, 22 inside. You can see that Guy has a little bit of a cold because,
Yeah,
but I don't think that we are going to have this temperature for long because last year we didn't have much
I hope.
winter to
I hope no.
enjoy. So I guess it's 1 or 2 weeks and then it goes away and oh, I don't know. So thank you everybody for being here and for everybody watching. If you're watching on replay, Thank you so much. If you watched live, thank you as well. Guys, it was amazing. See you next week. Bye bye. The podcasters stay, and we're gonna end this here. Thank you so much. Watch the movies if you want to. Bye bye.
Yeah.
See you.
Bye bye,
Okay.
See
guys.
you
See
later.
you.
Goodbye, guys.